Where we left off last time was we now have an averaged ADC sensor reading, sampling every 10 milliseconds, and the average is taken over a second. So what we'd like to do now is send this averaged value over the UART using some of the functionality we developed earlier. So let's do this. The first thing to do is to add some existing items, which is the UART.c and UART.h driver files that we created before. And then what I'm going to do is open the main file so I can reference what I needed to do. Okay, so UART.c is open, but it's not part of my project, whereas these two driver files are. So first of all, notice that we need to include UART. Well, let's start right at the top. So we'll take these defines, paste them in there, and we need to add our UART irq.h. Okay, now this file, standard out, we're going to need that. That's a global variable. And then looking at main to see how we call this, well, first of all, we need our UART init. We're going to need this standard out defined. And we should be able to print hello world to test that this is working. Okay, so let's compile our project and see if we get anything on the terminal. And we see that hello world pops up on the terminal so that our standard I/O is working with the UART. So what we'd like to do next is actually send our sampled or averaged value from the interrupt service routine. So what we could do here is send a string from the UART. So here was our formatted string example, and what we're going to do is just send 1, and it's going to be average. And let's see if this works. So we finally have this project working, and we have achieved the functionality that we promised in the very first video. In the next video, let's have a look at why it's not very good practice to send the string straight from the ADC interrupt service routine vector.